We got my man Will in the building. Welcome to TechSavvy Tuesday. We're going to kick this thing
Woohoo!
off.
I'm here. You could start now.
Yep, we can start now. I was going to start anyways, but I always like to give it a couple minutes to see who shows up. But
Don't you
ultimately,
hate those arrogant, egotistical guys that think it's all about them?
I know, man. I know it's all about them. But no, I was gonna, I always have some topics that I can talk about, roll in the back of my head, and I was gonna run through the baseline framework and calculator that I just created for the monthly recurring revenue model. Um, but since you're here, that's why we're here, man. Like we got to,
Right?
you
Hey,
know,
my first question, since you were about to ask if anybody had questions. Um, how I thought it was really cool. So I go to the school
hmm
and it says it's about to start Tech Savvy Tuesday. It's got the like underneath the write something and above the tabs there.
yeah,
And then it convert. What's that?
it's got like a live button at the top of the community saying like, hey, it's live or it starts in a couple days. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like I go in and it starts in 5 minutes, and then it changed to live. How do you
Yeah.
do that?
So great question. This is going to be a great walkthrough and training. So Will has started his own community, and we're building it out, and I'm building it out with him to disclose some things. Will has won one of five giveaways that I did this last couple weeks, where I'm going to be coaching them, and not just coaching, but actually working for them and with them along the way to develop whatever strategy that they're looking to develop. And so, one of the strategies Will wants to include in his overall next 12 months is creating and building out some sort of monthly recurring revenue community to pair with his other offerings. And so he's created a new community called Branding Titans, I'm sorry, Developing Titans. And so last night, when we had our week and a half, 2 week check in, I wanted to make sure we built this out methodically, the ground level. He's learning Skool, he's learning what's going on. So, as you can see on my screen here, you see that I have this live button with Tech Savvy Tuesday placing at the top. This is why Skool is phenomenal and the best platform out there. I don't care who you are. If you're not using Skool, I'm going to smack you across the head. And this isn't for Will because he is using Skool. Because if you want to build a community and you want to build monthly recurring revenue and you want to deliver fulfillment for whatever you're giving away at a high level, Skool is the platform. Now, how do we get that? That's the question. Well, how do I get starting in a couple days or a couple minutes or live, like you see on my screen, and you select it? And what does it do? It takes you to the calendar. And on the calendar, you're going to see the card here, Tech Savvy Tuesday, today, live, and all the information you need to get into the show. Where do we create this? Right here on the calendar tab. So when you're on this calendar tab, you'll see this plus button up here to the right. And well, as we let Sabine in, you'll see this plus button up here to the right, Will. You just hit
Yeah.
add event. When you add the event, you can create the title, the timing, the Zoom link. There's a couple options: meet, address, or link. Zoom link, whatever you need, you plug it right in. The 300 or less character description of what they're going to be learning on the call. Upload the image. And here's another beautiful part about who can access and attend this event. You can lock it out based on member access level and if they've purchased a course or not. So when you talk about how you develop and build like premium calls, so I have Tech Savvy Tuesday for everybody. Everybody gets to come to this as long as they're a member. It will always be open. We'll have great guests like Will, Sabine, and other folks that jump in here, and they can attend this call every single week. But maybe, just maybe, some folks want to meet with me twice a week. Well, maybe I charge extra for that. I could or could not. Or maybe they say, "Hey Matthew, we'll pay you extra. We'll pay you double, right? We'll pay you $10 a month. Can I get an extra call, a live call group with you later in the week? Can you do something like on Friday or something?" Well, I could create an event that's only on Friday. I could do like maybe 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time late at night, like I used to do back in San Diego, right? My late night jam sessions on a late Friday night. And I could only make it accessible to people at a certain level, which would then gamify making sure they're engaging so they can grow to level, let's say 5, 6, or 7, because they have to get points in order to get to those levels to unlock the Friday call. That's how they could get to it for free, but it's incentivized that they have to put in work and engagement to get points to get to level 7, which is great for me in a community because part of how you get ranked and seen on Skool is the community activity. People posting, people commenting, people liking, everybody engaging. You don't have a bunch of tire kickers and freebie seekers and people just looking and doing nothing. So I could position another call throughout the week if the guest won and say, "Hey Matt, like we'd really like a call on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time." Great. Well, if you're a level 7, I'll do that. So now you have to go out. If you want to join that Friday call, you need to get to level 7. Well, level 7 is like 3,000 points or something. So that means you have to do 3,000 actions to get likes, 3,000 likes within the community, which means you got to create engaging content and great engaging comments to get people to like your stuff and grow your points. So that helps them because I can give them access to a call for free. It's just their time to create compelling content. It's good for me because now my group is engaging because they want to get access to the level to the Friday call, which this would open up once they hit that level. Or I could say they're a specific member of a course. Now, if they're a specific member of a course, I can now create a course, lock it with the price tag on it, or I could do a number of different ways. I could say, hey, you know what? For the folks that want to meet with me twice a week, not just on TechSavvy Tuesday, but they want to jam on Fridays. Well, I have a Friday call I do, and I do the same thing, just like I do on TechSavvy Tuesday, but it's Freaky Friday or something. I don't know. I'll call it something weird. Um, Go ahead and purchase the module over in the classroom. It's I could do maybe a lifetime purchase and say, hey, if you just pay $100, you get lifetime access to my Friday calls. And they'll become a member of that course. They'll pay $100, and now they get to have 2 calls per week, as long as they're paying the monthly membership, the $5 monthly membership price, whatever that is. Plus, they just purchased the one-time fee of $100 to the Friday call. They'll have access, and it's only open to them. So I'll create a different Zoom link. They would only be the ones to see this Zoom link. So there's so many ways to gatekeep and customize the experience, but also make sure other folks, like no one else would have access to this link because they would need to purchase that Friday classroom that I would make. So that's a really, really cool option. Um, right. So members of a course or all members. And remember, members of a course can also be like, that could be a giveaway too, because you can add members to a course for free. So you could have a price tag on that and you could use that as like a, hey, I want to do this for you as a gift. This is something I only do who people who pay this. I want to give it to you for free. Right. So there's ways for you to now have a digital product or a call or a support call that's typically paid, but you can use that as a way to entice folks to do things because now they're getting something of value.
I
But
just thought of something. Can I ask you something?
yeah, go for it.
Um, okay, so I'm building out the products, my packages and each product page and everything. And could I post a link to that page for feedback? Like, because not to sell the like the
Inside of
local
Diebold,
SEO package, not to sell it, but to say, hey, what do you guys think about this? Is this laid out well? Do you understand what the offer is and things like that? Give me some feedback before I go live with it.
yeah. So I want to make sure I'm clear on the question. I think I know what you're trying to ask. Basically, you're asking, hey, Matthew, I have my product list. I have what I want to offer, some ideas here. Can you and everybody else here give me kind of like some feedback on like the headlines, the product names, the pricing, and you want to post that here in this community? Or are you saying, I want to post that in my own communities?
No, actually, in this community, in
Beautiful.
Be Bold, just to get some,
Absolutely. That's
feedback.
exactly, yeah. So when you're doing a post like that in good faith, in terms of like, hey, I'm launching this, here's my intentions. I really just need feedback on headlines, pricing, and also like, hey, and I put a poll down at the bottom, like who here would actually buy this? Like, does anybody have like this tickle of something that they would even purchase? Because I don't want to go to market with something that nobody wants. I don't want to spend all this time. So if you approach a post in a community like mine with that kind of intention, most people are going to be like, yeah, like we want to help you. So post it in there so we can see it and everybody can jump in and give like their kind of 2 cents. Right.
Yeah.
But if you're
Yeah.
like, if you just come in with a blanket, hey, is anybody here interested in these kind of services? Let me know down below. Then
Yeah.
that
No,
seems a
that's
little
not teed
like,
up right. No,
it
because
seems like, yeah.
what caused me to think of that was when you were talking about getting to level 7,
Uh-huh.
3,000 points, 3,000. That's a ton. So I'm thinking, well,
It's
let's see.
actually,
I
it's
got
actually not that many.
no,
If you do my trick, have you found my trick? Have you watched my start here videos on how to get like 1,500 points in a matter of days?
not yet.
So the trick here for everybody again is go into my community at the top, search Matthew Lopez. I have well over 200 plus interactions.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you go and interact with me, I I'm not stingy with my likes. I'll like every interaction, even if it's just a
Got
funny
it.
GIF. So technically, Will, right? You have 206 points sitting right here.
Oh, by what? Just like liking them?
Yeah. So if you came underneath here, so like here's how this works, right? So if I go like this, if I go Sabine, right? If I search Sabine, she has 34 interactions. Like she's done 34 things in my group. So if I came down here to her unlock, just as an example, I just click it. It'll take me right to her unlock. And as you can see, I'm giving points as people get in because I want them to get out of level 1. That's part of my start here strategy. So
Right.
I comment and I like. But if you also look at the other like, you have Javier Paredes. The only like that's missing here, which I can do, which I haven't yet, which is watch this. You want to see something cool? I created this guy called Captain Conversions. And I'm going to go ahead and do it real quick. You'll see a third like pop up here, right? You see that third like instantly? Well, I went onto my other browser under my Captain Conversions like, and I just went and gave her another point.
That's funny.
So technically, if you like or comment on anything in the group, you're not just going to get 1 point from me. You're actually getting 2 points from me because I'm going to like with my regular profile and I'm going to follow up with Captain Conversions and like everything with Captain Conversions profile.
Okay.
Because again, I want to build community. I want to gamify it. I want people to get to level 5 and level 7 and level 10. And so the easiest hack is to search my name, comment on stuff, and the comment could either be thoughtful to try to get other, because remember, you'll get my likes if you just leave a gif. But maybe you're like, well, I want to get multiple likes on this, so why don't I respond with something thoughtful that will also help get other people to like it as well? So now you're not.
Right.
So we're get. That's what Facebook used to do. It's just stupid. It's no engagement. It's just drowned out with people trying to sell stuff and join my crypto program and like all that kind of like nonsense.
Right.
Skool is gamifying it because if I do use it the right way and say, hey, look, if we go to the community, we go to the leaderboards, look what I put at level 9. And normally level 5, I don't know why it's not there. I need to go look at it. But I thought I put my digital marketing mastery in level 5. So let me double check why it's not there. Oh, I did a buy now as an example. Sorry. It's locked. It's at 10,000. Sorry. It's supposed to be level 5. I think that was an example I worked with. But if you go to the leaderboard, if you get to level 5, you unlock that entire module. But I want them to like I don't want to just give people access to it. There's great stuff in there, so they need to get the points to get to level 5. But obviously I have my new AI coach that I've been creating and developing, and that if somebody wants to get early access and get up there like right now, they need to get to level 9, and when you look at the points, level 9 is 33,000 points. They could get there, but how do they get there? The cheap way is they can go get some likes and comments for me and my Captain Conversions, but the real great way would be create compelling content that's engaging, that the intention is around it is for thought provoking, get people to like and comment on your post so that way you can get a ton of likes. It's like the real way we're supposed to get likes. That's what Skool has done here.
Okay. All right, that's cool.
So one, that's how you get a bunch of likes. Two, there's a strategy behind it. And then you can play with it along the way. Like you could have a course that costs something locked and have them unlock it when they get to a certain level. So like you can see here, like I did chat with members as level 3, which means like they need to get through level 1 and level 2, and hopefully by level 3 they realize like this isn't a place for like the boys and lead genning people. And I'm not going to stop anybody who wants to lead gen people out of my group. It's just I want to build that sense of community, that sense of like we're all here, and if you want to partner up, it's out in the open. It doesn't need to be some sort of like hidden, like try to lead gen somebody in here.
Right, right.
It's
Can you can you set the price for a product, or a course or something, say set it at 97 bucks, but if you get to level 6, you get it for 37.
I don't know if that's the case.
Okay.
It's either buy it or unlock it at a certain level. So if we go back to an example, right? I can either have these are the four options that I have. Five options. I can have it just strictly open to everybody. I could have it as a level unlock. I can have it as a buy now, which is like a one-time purchase, and I can price it as high as $10,000 now if I
Okay.
want to. I have a time unlock, so I could say, hey, after 90 days, this opens up for everybody in the group. Once you've been in the group 90 days, so I could say, well, if my group is a paid group, I could say, well, I need you in the group for at least 6 months before I unlock all this cool stuff. So I'm going to put a 6 month time lock on all my courses. You'll get everything in 6 months, but that's kind of like more of a gate lock to try to keep people in, to keep them paying the monthly fee for 6 months. I'm not a fan of
Right.
that, but I can see people doing that.
Can
Um, and then you
can
have it
we
just
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and
Um,
then you have just the private ones where you private everything and you just add people manually to courses that if maybe they paid somewhere else, or you just have private access.
okay. Let's see, who's the time why? What was that? What was he gonna ask? Shoot, it'll come back to me.
Yeah. The other again, right? Like so there's some flexibility in here on how you can create your courses and your modules. Like I said, I could add a new course and call this like the Friday mastery uh workshop, weekly workshop or something. And then I could just do like, hey, like if you want to attend this extra call, I'll put that here as a sales script and I'll say, you know what? I'm going to do 97 bucks, right? I won't publish it, or I can publish it just for funsies. But now that I have it published, in order for someone to get into that, right, they would need to pay 99 bucks. So now if you were to refresh your screen, you would see $99 to unlock that course in your classroom. Well, now when I go to my calendar, I can come to Friday, create that event, and call it, my Friday mastery workshop, weekly workshop. Now I can put all my Zoom links in here, the descriptions, cover photo, and I can just say members in a course. What course? Friday mastery workshop, and remind them one day beforehand. So anybody who purchases that Friday course in my classroom, this now opens up and they can see all the details and the link and join my Friday call. But I don't have to worry about managing it and like, oh, someone bought my Friday workshop. Great. Now they can show up to my Friday calls if they want to. They paid the $100, but now they have lifetime access to my Friday calls.
Right.
Right. So that's how I may potentially use this as kind of like hey, for those of you that want more support, I don't want to upsell you on things, but if you really want me to jam with you more than one time per week, because maybe once a week on Tuesdays or the timing's not right, maybe I pick a different time on Fridays that's better for other people. But since I'm doing it twice per week, in order to get lifetime access to those Friday calls on top of the Tuesday calls, here's a one time fee.
Right.
Where other people could use this as an example would be if you're doing high ticket coaching and you want to you have certain calendars that you want available only for people in your high ticket coaching programs. You could have different modules that you're only giving access to those high ticket program folks, give like adding them in, or they purchase it. And then you make your events over here, and only people who have access to those courses get on this call. So you still get to keep the calendar in one area, and people will see all the events you're doing, and then they won't get access to it. So like, oh, how do I get access to the Friday call? Go to the classroom and purchase the Friday weekly workshop. $100, lifetime access, Friday calls. So
Right.
how you can position it, how you can create it, and how you can make it really work for you. It can, I see obviously the options are limitless in that realm. Which again, right? Like right now, my group is at a place where I don't feel like one, I'm not getting the feedback like, oh, I need to have multiple calls per week right now.
Uh-huh.
But as I grow it over the next 6 months to a year, there may get to a point where I have 150, 200 people in here, and they're like, "Hey, man, like Tuesdays are okay, but I need like, can you do a Saturday call? Can you do like a Thursday call?" Well, I say, look, like part of my goal here is to, Tuesdays are dedicated days. If I start expanding and doing more calls, I'd be more than happy to. But based on my current monthly subscription rate, which I'm like the best in the industry, damn near free, right?
Yeah.
If you want me to host other calls on a different day that works best for you, I could totally do it, but it's going to be a one-time charge of this.
Right.
Two things happen, right? One, if they trust me enough and they value my expertise, they'll pay it. Two, if they pay again $100, that shows me they're committed and they're willing to like show up, and like they're putting money on the line to get access to this call. So it's just not a tire kicker just trying to waste my time. And then three, again, not trying to poach and upsell anybody here for any higher ticket services, but I'm always down to communicate, collaborate, and jam. And if there's an opportunity for me to come in on a kind of like a founder level where I can barter equity from a business for future growth, like I'm never leaving that off the table.
Right.
Like if they're like, "Hey Matthew, we want you to come in as a consultant because we value your ideas and we want to work with you. Like, can you give us like, do you have a coaching program?" Like, no. But if you're saying, "Hey Matthew, we have this thing that could, go gangbusters here in the next 6 to 12 months with your help, and we could generate $10 to $20 million," boom. I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'll take a small fee, like a small retainer, plus 1 or 2 percentage points of the company. And so they're giving me some money for skin in the game. And then two, I'm retaining long-term equity, even though it's not a lot. But if they're saying like, "Hey man, we got this massive company we're gonna do," I'm always down to jam on those things. But that's not me upselling anybody, right? That's them actively looking after me and saying, "Hey Matthew, we want to bring you on as a board member. We want to bring you on as a consultant while we launch this thing." Right? Like I'm not funneling people into any high ticket programs because I don't want to do that. So there's,
Right.
so I don't, so that doesn't leave that off the table. So if they buy the $5 or the $10 monthly, then they buy the access to the Friday call, and then they have something like that, and I feel it could be a good fit, then that's a separate conversation. But typically it's just like our Friday calls in San Diego used to be: is no upsells, no pitches, no nothing. We're going to come learn, jam. But a few people reached out to me afterwards and I did some work with them, some side stuff. But it's only because they pursued me, which is the best kind of client, right?
Right. 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 Yeah.
Versus me like in their DM saying, "Hey, you like this call? Like, hey, let's schedule up a clarity session." And then you turn the clarity session into a sales call because you've been able to pinpoint and identify. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just know that when it comes to that level of program comes time consuming fulfillment. As where if the customer is coming to me looking for my expertise, bringing me on as a consultant and retainer, not as like their coach, the dynamic and the relationship's different. And that's kind of like where I'm at in my roles. I want to be more of the consultant, the board member, high level stuff, drive direction, drive systems, processes, and visions. And so that's kind of what I'm doing with this new company I'm working with, podcastguest.io. I'm building out their entire success department and building it from scratch. And he's paying me well. And, I'm an independent contractor and I do the work that I need to get done throughout the workday. And we're doing great things. And there's lots of room for scale. Um,
Cool.
we'll see where it goes in 6 to 12 months. But, he sought me, he sought out, he seeked me out versus me seeking him out to come on to the team. So,
Cool.
Will, you got any follow up questions? I know we got Sabine here. Let's see what she's got.
Um, no, I think you kind of you answered it because I've not only got like the pages that I'm getting ready to launch. I've got little intro videos and explainer videos, and just in the thinking of getting to 3,000 points and like what can I use to post and stuff. So I'll just throw those up there with like, hey, give me your feedback. I'm about to go live with this stuff. I would love
Yeah,
any
absolutely.
input.
Absolutely. Now, is it because you want to get access to that digital marketing mastery course? Is that also like what are you trying to do to get you in there?
Well, yes and no. Yes, I'd love to have access to it. Uh, Not right now because like I'm so buried with everything, all the other training that I'm doing.
So what you're saying, so right now you're saying, Matthew, don't grant me access to.
Yes, grant me access right
Oh,
now.
okay. Okay. I was gonna say, cause look, man, like this. So this is what I do for those watching replays. Me and Will go way back. He's been a longtime loyal fan and advocate of what I've been doing since 2018, 19. I think we dated it back to like 2018, 19. I used to host a free digital marketing mastery kind of like for small business owners in Encinitas, San Diego, California. And every Friday night, I think it was like 8, 9 p.m., I said, like, the folks that want to be here and not be out partying and doing all the crazy shenanigans on Friday nights, the folks that are in this room are the people I want to build relationships with and the people I want to help. And so there were some nights we had, 15, 20 people, and I'm presenting digital marketing strategies, you name it, helping every business owner in there get some sort of clarity. And Will is, one, he reached out and won the $20,000 yearly giveaway. So he's one of those recipients and winners of that. And he's here on a Tuesday call, TechSavvy Tuesday call. So like folks watching this as replays, you want access to certain things that I have, the AI coach, which Will does have access to, right? Early access to things. Be active in the group, show up to the calls and engage and ask thoughtful questions. Like, I'm going to bribe you a bit, but I need you all to do something. So if you're watching this, this is my call out to you all. Stop being sideline lookers. If you can be here, then be here. I understand if you have jobs and other things and other responsibilities. Like, I get that. That may be where you need to reach out and say, Matthew, like, can you host this another call another day of the week or another day of the month or something that's different? Then I can start implementing these things because I only create stuff based off of customer feedback, data. I'm not going to create products and courses and things that nobody wants. Like, I'm not going to do extra work on my weekend
Yeah.
for items that people don't want. So if people don't give me feedback on my polls, then nothing's going to get developed because nobody wants it. Great. I move on to the next idea.
And
So,
to tag on to that, the no sales pitch digital marketing meetup group that we did with some of the videos that I'm going to be posting for folks to comment on and give me feedback on are it's a set of videos that we created. That was that assignment that we did like the month before shutdown,
yep.
the
I
month
mean, you
before
made
the
all those
shutdown
icebreaker
happened.
videos.
So I'm finally, and I found those videos. I was going through them. They're still all relevant, and so I'm finally turning them into a training
Yeah, I'm helping
course.
him.
So
Yep, helping him develop his school platform. We did a jam session last night for about an hour and some change. We got his school name figured out. We got his banner figured out. We got some of the branding done. His first start here module, the framework to all the stuff he needs to create, like the welcome video, don't get kicked out of here stuff, promote your business, all those cool things. And so now he's able to take all the videos he's made in the past and we're going to be able to plug that in. So when it's time for him to start driving membership signups, he'll have
Yeah.
the foundation ready to go.
Yeah.
Cool
Yep.
stuff, Will.
Yep. It'll be fun. It is fun. This is
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a cool tool.
Yeah. Awesome. Sabine, what's up? How you feeling? I know last time we spoke, you were under the weather. I know you had to
Still
make some
am.
adjustments. Still are. Okay. But you
Still
look a
am.
lot, you look a lot better though. So
I do. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice to meet you, Will.
Nice to meet
Good.
you too.
You're also a big fan. I'm also a very big fan of Matt. We're going back a couple of years now as well. I know it is sad to say, but I spent most evenings with Matt on a call during the whole COVID situation.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, huh? That
Yep,
was
pretty much. So we're jamming a lot. Um, and then business still, is still always evolving. And I did change my direction a little bit as well. And quite interestingly, I found Matt at the time when I was ready to shift and also start a school community. And it just felt like, match made in heaven again. We were working together and discussing exactly, my sort of next step. So I have two school groups now. And for me, I've got the frameworks. It's about optimizing what I'm doing on the inside, getting more engagement. So it was quite interesting what you were saying about the different levels. I'm still not seeing what I would like to see in terms of engagement.
Hmm.
Um, but then I guess I'm thinking it's also about getting the numbers in. So I've been very diligent last week. As you know, Matt, I had issues with the Facebook ads. So I've been re-engineering them, and I'm
Yeah.
still having Facebook ads problems because every time I switch to original audience, something in the background keeps on switching back. So I'm really trying to get down to the bottom of
Yeah,
it, why
there
it's
has
doing
to,
this.
I would guess, and you're probably guessing this as well. There is some sort of checkbox somewhere in a settings area that they've added new that you in the
Yeah,
fine print, it's buried in the fine print
yeah,
that
yeah.
originally you're like, yes, I want that checked off. But now that they added this new fine print, you're also telling it to do this automatic change on your audience on the back end. And that's not the fun. That's not the fun
Unhelpful.
stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
I can
very
guarantee
unhelpful.
that's probably what it is there is a checkbox somewhere that you used to
Mm.
want to have on, but now it's causing this issue. So you're not necessarily looking at that. So I would consider
Yeah.
looking at some of those
No, I
checkboxes.
manually went back in
Yeah.
again, and he had put it back again into the old, and I'm like, and I duplicated this campaign like three times to
Hmm.
and made it from scratch and everything else. So I'm testing again. I'm leaving only 24 hours or
Yeah.
like just to see whether leads are coming through. What is still fishy is that I have a lot of clicks. Like I could have 60 clicks out of so I imagine if you look at CTR all, that's like the number of people that click on something, I guess, on the ad. Then the click through rate, I guess, that's what and once they're on my ad, then they click onto the lead form. So out of 60, I would have about 45, clicking to the lead form, which is quite a high percentage. So that means they read the copy, they're happy, they want to go and get registered. Because for the lead form, I only have like two registrations.
Yeah.
So again, there's something fishy and it just does not marry up in my head. And I'm thinking, well, where could they drop off on the lead form? Because it's literally just asking one question. Where do you want the invite to be sent? There's nothing else or to be done on that page. It's not even an opt-in page, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. Again, I've just put that in for Evelyn, who's the ad
Yeah.
fascist, and said, "Can you shine a light on what's going on here? Can you go and click on my ads and test
Yeah.
it?"
The lovely woes of doing, paid marketing on any of the platforms, right? Google has its own set of headaches that come along with targeting
Hmm.
keywords and metrics and tracking. Facebook, as powerful as it can be, it can also be a headache at the same time.
Hmm.
But with this being said, not to deter you away from Facebook ads, but to consider looking into YouTube promotions. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up, and I don't know if you've done that at all yet. Have you gone into YouTube promotions yet, Sabine?
Yeah, I did run YouTube ads. They seem to be more expensive, and you have to have a high ticket in order to make it work.
Yeah,
Um, I would have a lead, like a lead registration cost of like $25 upwards.
got it. Um, I haven't got that far yet, but from a vanity metric standpoint, I did $100 test on one of my videos that I recently did, the how to 10x your product sales, the last funnel calculator you'll ever need. I'm going to share that with everybody just so everybody can kind of see what I'm working on. And so the reason why is because and I'm sure Sabine, you'll see why I'm going down this path
Mhm.
because a traffic source is a traffic source, right?
Yep.
If we can get it to work and get it to do our numbers the way we want it to, then we just pour
So
more
you
money
had
on top
60
of it.
subscribers. Okay. You
So
had
I got
60 out of
60
the $100.
subscribers on a hundred
Wow,
dollar ad spend. That was like
that's
a dollar
amazing.
66 a sub.
And so you sent me that video.
Yeah.
It might be something to model off of. So that was the download, the digital download. Yeah. And did
Yes.
you send them to a landing page?
So this is where, because I'm testing and it's not a big enough test yet,
Hmm.
I now, when I look at my metrics on Skool, I had for our community, I had close to let me look at it real quick. We had dashboard. I had in the last 7 days, I had about 116 page visitors and 3 signups.
Hmm.
So my conversion rate's about 2.59%. Now, what I know is that those signups, they didn't come from YouTube. Those signups
Hmm.
were me doing some nurturing, relationship
Hmm.
building, and getting some and we were referring folks from other areas. But the page view was interesting, but this isn't enough data for me to say does it work or does it doesn't work yet. What I liked about it is I was like, let me see, because I did this on Instagram as well. Like, how do I get a very cheap follower? I used to pay about a buck 75 per follower on Instagram with a simple ad on one of my
Hmm.
posts. And so I let that thing run every month, $100. Let it run every hundred, that same ad. I didn't change anything, just $100. And organically I've grown, but now I've grown to 20,000 with ads to help me get in front of more people. And people, the ad that I chose, the part of why I chose this video is because this video is like following a model of like, I want people to get value and get access to this resource. But ultimately, when you pepper in like, hey, make sure, if you got any value from today, like and subscribe. Like I didn't, now could I make, a powerful 5-10 minute VSL and run ads to that VSL and get them to click the link in the description to join my school? That's totally what I'll be trying next.
Hmm.
But right
So what's
now,
the subscriber here? Is that an email that you have gotten from them, or is it just a
I'm
follow
getting
on
nothing from
Instagram?
them. I'm getting
It's
nothing
it's a
from them.
follow on Instagram, or what's the subscribers? What's the 60?
They're
What was the call
subscribing
to
to my
action?
YouTube. They're subscribing to my YouTube channel.
Ah, okay. Hmm.
So now I'm
Okay.
increasing my subscribers, right?
Hmm.
So in the past 44, in the past 30 days, I'm up 66 because I normally just get one or two new subs every like couple days for organic
Hmm.
stuff.
Hmm.
But now, obviously, it's my top video this period. The average view duration is only a minute, 3 minutes. So that's something I can look into. But I got 60 new subs from it. So one, I wanted to test, like, can I just use this as a vanity metric? Can I get over to 1,000 subs? So like I do one
Hmm.
more, if I do one more campaign like this, boom, I got 1,000 subs. So that tells me, right? And it also, like when you think high level, again, if folks have money to burn and they just want vanity metric stuff, because it does help to a degree,
Yeah,
well, anybody can get to 1,000 subs or 10,000 subs if they have money to back it and the right content to convert at a good price.
true.
And then they're in my ecosystem. Then they're in all my video systems. Then they become loyal fans. And then at some point, I don't know what the time frame is right now.
Mm,
They could be
convert them.
introduced to all the stuff that I share and say, "Oh, I want to jump on a TechSavvy Tuesday call. Oh, there's the link in the description." Boom, and then they go join.
See what Evelyn teaches is she does the strategic freebie, opt in on Facebook, where she I think she does it through a lead ad, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then she has their email address, and then the email nurture would point to her YouTube channel.
Yeah, so that's where I haven't built out for this swim lane. I just dropped the share link in chat for you, Sabine, so you can
X,
kind
yeah.
of see that video. I don't you might have been there that day. This was one of my Tech Savvy Tuesday days where I
I
went through
probably
my
was. I just remember. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
like
it's where you do
oh
maybe
no, no,
not.
no, this is separate. This is actually my private walkthrough video I did on it
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. I did
Um
watch it though. Yeah.
so yeah, so there's no guest there. It's me presenting it in like a presentation
Hmm.
style, a video
Exactly.
walkthrough. But in the description, I could probably increase this a little bit, right? But it's basically if you'd rather spend $5 leveling up your business, and I actually don't like that. I changed that the other day and I haven't changed it here.
Hmm.
I need to do this right here. I need to go, I need to add what I did. I need to add
I'm not
this.
sending you my virus, am I, Matt?
No, you're
That
not.
cough thing.
No, you're not. So I actually just updated my about page with all this cool info. So I'm just going to leave it here because you remember we follow the methodology of Aaron Fletcher, which is whatever they see when they move and go to that page, they should see the same thing.
Yeah, true.
So if they watch this video, I want them to see the offer. I want them to join this here. And I believe this link does take them to my school group because that's where I messed up. I didn't have that link updated. Okay, it's updated now. So this is
Hmm.
where they'll go, right? But that's reggae, my reggae music. Sorry. It's my background music when I listen to stuff. Um, but what I don't have in here, which I'm now noticing, is I'm not lead genning them off of this post. So how could I improve this? What could I test next?
Would you
Maybe
not
I
have
re
a download for the
no, I think
tracker,
what I
the
think the offer in
calculator?
here, I think the offer in here, if I rewatch it, I'm pushing them to the free Facebook group to grab the resource. And then from there, obviously the next step is for them to join the $5 community.
Mm.
So I have
Well,
to
when
relook
they
at
join
my
the
offer.
Facebook group, you ask for their email address
Yeah, I get
or
all
an
their email
input.
address and everything
Okay,
from there. Yeah.
so there's your lead gen. You just have to
Yeah.
either
But
manually
ideally,
transfer
I
or use some sort of automation tool.
yeah, but ideally if I can I'd like to get away from pushing them to the free group because to be honest, like
Hmm.
my group is only $5. Like it's
Yeah,
practically free.
yeah.
I know it's there, but like I changed it and
Well,
said like I'm in there from time to time, but if I might delete it, like or I might just not focus on it. I want to
so
put all my energy
you
over there.
gotta get your landing page up with your
Yeah.
freebie on it,
Yeah.
I
So
guess.
yeah, so
Mm.
for right now, I'm just gonna save it with this. So if they got
Hmm.
value from this and they want to just join, they'll go straight to my
Yeah.
community. And then from there, but I didn't have this before, so maybe this is more compelling for people to sign up. Like,
Unless unless you say join my $5 a month community where you can download the
yeah.
tracker and where I will help you implement a strategy
Yeah, I could
around
do
it as
that too,
well,
right?
you know.
Yeah, I could do that right there. Right? Like, want access to this calculator? Join my $5 mastery
Yeah,
community
exactly.
and get instant access to this resource and 100,000 plus other resources I've I've developed or compiled um to help entrepreneurs like you get fast results. Something like that. I'm going to upgrade this, but fast results. Something like that. So now I'm going to copy this and do the cool thing, right? ChatGPT, baby. All right. You're Alex Hormozi. Make me a compelling hook and CTA for people to leave YouTube and sign up to my $5 community. All right, let's see what it pops out. That's the beauty. You start with the fresh idea. You start with the starting point, and then you tell it to act like Alex or Russell Brunson or whatever, right? Oh, here we go, right? So this one is hook delivered with intensity, right? And if this free video blew your mind, imagine what's behind the paywall. This isn't just a calculator. It's the exact tool I use to close $100,000 plus in revenue. And it's one of hundreds inside my $5 mastery community. Well, some of that's pretty true. CTA.
Right.
Um, for the price of a fancy coffee, you get instant access. So like this one's more of a CTA driven one. So these are options, it looks like. So that's the second one it made me. And then here's a hook pain first. You guys can help me decide which one to use. And this one is just CTA. So these are the four options that it's given me. So if I need to zoom in, let me know. But
We can't see your chat GPT, just the YouTube
yeah,
page.
I just dropped it in
Okay.
here.
So most entrepreneurs,
So these are the four options. One, two, three, four.
well, what if we combine one and oh, okay. Because so you get instant access to okay, so we put in for a price of fancy coffee, get instant access to this exact tool I used to close 100K plus in revenue and and more inside my $5 mastery.
Got it. So you like the second one here, but just with a little
So
bit of adjust.
this isn't just a calculator, it's the exact tool I use to close in revenue. And then hundreds of for the price after that, for the price of a fancy coffee, you'll get instant access.
Got it. So you want me to
If you join,
so you want me to remove this and combine some of these
yeah, exactly. That's what I
like
would
that.
do. Hmm. For the
All right.
price of a fancy coffee, you'll not only get instant access to all of these tools, but also a community of like-minded entrepreneurs who
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. My entire 100K in resource vault.
Mhm.
Yeah. Plus my entire community of action takers who are driving, who are, yeah, driving, who are getting results. Join the $5 mastery community, download it instantly, and get access to everything I've used. And yeah, I'll just do that. Link links below, no brainer. And then I'll do this. Whoa. I'll take this out of the mix right here. And then I'll just get rid of this here. They'll see that on the next page. Perfect.
So does that subdomain, digital marketing mastery, does that go to your school?
Yep. So it's branded, right? So like that's how
Yeah.
you instead of using the school link, I've created my subdomain so that way I can point it towards school. Join now. Yeah, cool. So in this free video will blow your mind. If this free video blew your mind. So now that we have that, now let's go like this. Thank you, Sabine.
I,
Those are great insights. Refine
good.
this.
I will have to hop off at 4 today because I'm joining a call with Annick Singal. Do you know
Oh,
Annick?
I do. Where he's actually one of our clients over at podcastguest.io.
Oh, he was my first ever mentor, and now I'm in another group where he's doing a guest talk just now, which apparently is going to be not recorded or anything like this. They probably will, but they're saying they won't send it in place. Um, he's doing some sort of his trifecta, whatever formula. We'll have to check what that was, where he's going to be teaching.
That's super, super dope. I'm
Hmm.
excited for you.
Yeah, I'll have to check what that was. Um,
All right, so this is what it refined it as. If this free video gave you real value, imagine what's behind the paywall. This isn't just a calculator, it's the exact tool I use to help generate over 1,000 in revenue. And for the price of a fancy coffee, you're getting instant access to the calculator, my 100,000 in the resource vault, a private community of action takers getting real results. Join my $5 mastery community, download everything instantly. Links below. No fluff, no risk, just results. Boom.
Perfect. Love it.
Save.
Good.
Now I need to go put $100 toward this again and get my
Yeah.
subscribers up,
And
but
report back next week.
and report back and see did any of that. So that's kind of where I need to find the tracking of this video as well.
Hey, so what's my only feedback on that?
Yeah, do you have any on that one?
Yeah, what's my only feedback?
I don't remember. Did you give me some?
Not yet, but it's consistent with what we've talked about before.
Is it branding?
No,
Oh man, I'm lost. You stumped me, Will. You
it
stumped
needs to
me.
be $19.
It'll get there. It'll get
I
there,
know.
Will. Well, what's happening, Will, is I'm changing my thought process on how many people I'm waiting until I increase the price. Because originally I said, like, I'm going to keep it at $5 for 150 people paid.
Yeah.
150 is a lot of people. So I'm starting to think, well, maybe I only keep it at $5 for 50 people who are paying. Because not everybody in our community is paying. Some folks are in there on a free ride.
Yeah.
There,
So
my theory is that as you go through the building process and get to those price increases, there's going to be a price increase that's going to be gas on fire.
oh, of course. Absolutely. There will
Be,
absolutely be. Yeah.
because that because the price will it'll be a value. It'll be a value point.
Yeah.
And like then
Yeah.
that people will just pay it because of price.
Well,
And
yeah,
then they'll go in.
it's the whole concept of kind of Gary Vee to a degree, which is I'm giving like I am truly giving actual thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of value here. Where Will you have the opportunity to go off and make a couple $1 million this year with the help of me, right? Just guiding you and giving you some
Yeah.
clarity. Sabine, you have an opportunity to go and create real value and real money in your bank account with our jam sessions and clients and what
Yeah.
you're doing, right? And so this isn't like a fake value community. This is a real value community. And well, again, your case studies, Will, testimonials, Sabine, driving word of mouth, it'll only grow. And I would love to get to that point where I would like to have my flowers one day, which is like Matthew can and be like an Alex Hormozi. He is on stages and he really does love what he does and he does want to help people win. It's not about the money. And I want that to seep through my content, through my actions. So when there comes a day where this is a $97 monthly sign up, it's a no brainer for people to pay that. And again, then it's gasoline. Cause if I get 50, 100, 200 people paying $100 a month, I'm starting to live in the 10 to 20 to 50K monthly recurring revenue. And I'm not bogged down by doing one-on-one client work like most people need to make that monthly revenue, right? Yeah, I'll do more for this community, an extra call here, give out some winning, yearly win one-on-one sessions, But Sabine,
Yeah.
before you go, I wanted to share one last thing me and Will came
Yep.
across last night that was very eye-opening, and you
Yep.
should totally do it if you haven't seen this already. On your
Mhm.
profile, we found somebody else that Will app happened to click on, and their bio is kind of a short way of trying to get folks to like lead gen.
Mhm.
So I changed this last night with Will, but like my bio is help 700 entrepreneurs scale their high ticket offers using a proven 4-step blueprint, DM blueprint for the exact resource.
Yep.
So now when I'm interacting in all these different groups, like
Yep.
if they want to reach out to me, now they look at my profile, then I'm telling them to DM me and I'll give them a resource. But I don't have to actively comment and try to lead gen them anymore.
That's really good. Thank you for sharing that.
So I think
I'll
that was a
I'll
huge
copy
thing
that.
that Will pointed out
Mm,
last night when we were building his school. And I was like, man, I'm changing that now. Like, why
that's
haven't I
good.
done that before?
Yeah.
That's really good. Um, can I
So
ask two quick questions before I go off?
absolutely.
Well, firstly, I sent you something about YouTube as well. You can post it on YouTube. I'm going to test this out now. I don't know how good it is. I'd like to test that as well since we're talking about YouTube. Secondly, I'm running another summit next week with 8 speakers. Um, and I've downloaded 15,000 emails from LinkedIn.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna be cheeky and I'm just gonna put it into high level and just send them an email. I won't
Yeah.
subscribe them. I'll just do this one off and see whether they want to come to Summit. Um, and they're all my first connections on LinkedIn, so it's not random people. So I'll try that. I have got a couple of new corporate clients because I'm still doing some leadership stuff that actually funds my ads.
Yeah.
Basically, I go
Of
back
course.
to
Yeah. We got to
ads.
do some things, to keep the fun,
Yeah,
the
exactly,
beast going. It's
exactly.
okay. Yeah.
So, but they are my ideal clients for the summit. I noticed that I was like, hang on, all these talks could actually benefit you. So I said to YouTube, go and register, and then if they want to sign up to the school to the Empower Me Hub, then they have all
Yeah.
the options to do that because I'm actually like you doing work with others. I'm getting the clients from an agency, so I have to be careful around
Of
direct
course. Of course. Yeah.
poaching them and stuff like that. But it occurred to me, well, actually, yeah, I should get some feedback from the landing page of people like him. But then I was too shy to say, give me feedback on X, Y, and Z. So I'm going to put an email together. And I'm going to ask him more specifically what I would like to get feedback on. So that's why I wanted to ask you, how do I best ask for feedback and what kind of feedback would be the best? Because obviously they're busy executive directors and stuff like that. I don't want to waste their time and I don't want to
Yeah.
come across like not knowing what I want. So I want to be very targeted around when they look at the page,
Now, is
what
this
to be
a sales
for.
page, a landing page? What is the
It's a
page
landing
for?
page. It's a landing page to opt in to the summit. Basically, I was going to invite them to. I'll put it in the chat here. I was going to invite them to come and join, and as they are already on the page, so I popped it into the chat. Might as well say, well, you know, does it does this sort of thing appeal to you? Which topics appeal to you? If
Yeah.
not,
So
what's
obviously you hear
clear,
me
what's
typing
not
away.
clear.
So obviously you hear me typing away, Sabine. So can you guess what I'm doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Oh, come
Are
on. I'm
you
going to pull a wheel
registering?
on you.
Registering? You're registering for it.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you
Well,
should.
I can register if you need me to boost your
I was
registration
about to
numbers.
say actually you should register to all
And
my because I'm gonna take one little piece of a funnel every month now because I have like 15 freebies
mhm,
that I'm going to optimize and I'm going to ask you to opt in because last week we talked about email nurture. So I'm actively going to work on this and make each of my funnel pieces better. And then I'll
yeah,
have one sort of email nurture sequence that everybody will fall into.
yeah.
And I will invite you to opt into each of them.
All right. So I may or may not blow your mind right now, but the test question that I did for that Will did me
Oh,
for.
ChatGPT.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I could have done that as well, but you know.
I know, and that's okay. But this is how it's like these are certain things where it's how you ask, but what I've done is
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
asked them
yeah.
and I'm gonna read
That's the
through it,
thing.
but because it's ideally this could be the framework exactly. So I'm gonna grab the Google Doc because I pasted it all in there.
Hmm.
So you can have it, review it. I'll put it here in chat now.
Perfect.
But
Thank you.
we'll do a quick review of it here live screen, right? And I basically, this is what I prompted it. I prompted it with, what is the best way to ask my ideal avatar feedback on my landing page to opt into my
Hmm.
upcoming summit? He is the ideal client and I want to ask him feedback, but what should I ask to optimize my landing page? Obviously, my spelling is garbage. So
Hmm.
here's where it
Yep,
came in, right?
got it.
Frame the ask clearly. What to say in the message.
Yep,
Your
key
exact kind of
question.
person I created a summit for. I'm testing the landing page before launching it to the world. Would you mind checking it out and giving me brutally honest feedback? What grabs your attention? What's missing? What would stop you from signing up? Boom, here's a link. And then here's some key questions
Yeah,
that you can
ask
ask, right?
feedback. Perfect. Thank
First
you.
impression, clarity, desire, objections, credibility. Pro tip, give them a simple way to respond. And then you really want to get them to respond, pair it with like, hey, if you do this for me in the next day or two, because I really want to make sure this is great now because I'm already driving traffic to this page, I'd totally be down to give you like 2 or 3 free sessions or something. I'd
Yeah.
totally like be indebted to you and I'd give you access to all my digital products for no for zero price.
Hmm. Okay.
Find something of value that you charge for and give it to him so he can because remember he may be open to this but maybe he doesn't respond in like 4 days, 5 days, 6 days.
Yep.
Summit's over and then he responds.
I know.
So one, clear what I need you to do. Two,
Mhm.
best way to respond, easiest way to respond, record a Loom video, whatever, type
Yep.
form. Here's the link to fill in, like so you could pre-make the type form so he could just fill out the questions real quick right there as he's going through it. And maybe you even include a quick 2 to 3 minute video on how to do that. Like, hey, just open up the type form here, have this web browser open, and then here's the web page. And then as you're looking at the web page, just fill out the type form along the way side
Hmm.
by side, right? You could do a quick
Yeah.
Loom video to include to walk to show him, like, remember, how easy can I make it for them to get this done? And then lastly, if you return this to me in the next like 24 hours, I'd love you and be indebted to you for life. And like, I'll give you instant access to my database of digital products and anything I launch in the future. Like your name gets added, no questions asked.
Sure. Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Entice them to come back to give you the feedback. So Sabine, I know you got to run. So have fun with your call over at with Enic, and I look
Yeah.
forward to hearing your notes on that
Did
one.
Did you want to have a quick look at the I mean, we had discussed it before, like a literally a
Hmm.
60-second review. Maybe Will has something as well here.
Yeah, I
Sure.
can. Yeah, and yeah, Will is a branding expert as well, and he's got a lot of great insights as well. So, if you want to
Yep.
drop the link, also drop the
Yep.
link in
Yep.
the community for us to go look
It's
at it.
there. Yep. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
do that.
yeah. So again, right, it's going to come down to messaging at the top again. Because we're doing navigate emerging challenges in leadership, career, work-life balance, and well-being, very broad. So specific ones, pick out the top specific. What is it? Um, I would actually lower the empower me now experiences here that's taking up so much of the page. I would like make that a subheadline and make all the pain points on what the transformation is going to be when they show up. I would have that take up more space.
Lower. Will you like put this down
Yeah, you could keep
underneath?
it there, but make it not as big text. Lower the font size. Make that the subheadline.
Or I could also put it to the left above this banner.
You could move it around, but I think that like what's going to make people when remember it's the first impression when they
Mhm.
land here. I need to know what this is all about, and right now I don't really know what it's about. Okay, great experience to 4 day high impact experience to navigate emerging challenges in leadership. Like again, I'm not your ideal avatar, so maybe that speaks to them, but this is why you need their feedback because that doesn't speak to me at all.
Mhm.
Work life balance, that's subjective. It's not specific. It needs to be like, stop, never, or, navigating, getting your pay raise, but not sacrificing your time at home, how to do it the right way so you can still spend time at your kid's birthday party.
Yeah, this is the further down. The
So,
headlines we had come up with, stop playing small, overcome
mhm.
fear, take charge, 7 powerful tools to design the life you love, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Ideally those are great supporting areas, but remember it's that first half of the page is going to be
Mm.
what's going to get people interested. And so remember, a confused mind says no. The further down this page that I get, and ideally for a summit sign up, which is a free sign up, none of that should be on this page. All of that should be on the second page after they've registered.
Okay, yes, okay.
Headline,
On the thank you page.
yep, on the thank you page. Hey, thanks for registering. Get ready for the show. Here's all the great speakers, topics, everything you want. You can also include that and tease that on the main page.
Hmm.
Your Empower Me image here, good image. But what would be better is an image of all the speakers collaged, showcasing kind of like your top speakers, covering up some of the topics and showing some of the topics, like putting like a locked on it, like register to see all the topics. So one, it'll get folks to register, but two, it'll get people to, then people can look at the rest of the cool summit and what's going to be inside.
Mm-hmm. So just blur this out, you mean?
Yeah, because so here's what's happening, and we'll give his feedback here because I know you need to go. Is like my feedback is if I land on this page, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna scroll down and I'm gonna read some stuff and I'm gonna see some stuff, but then I'm like, oh, my kids ran into the room. Bye.
Okay. So just
Right?
keep it above the
Like
fold.
something popped up.
That's
Oh, I
it.
got pinged for work. I got to go back. Like you missed the registration.
So just keep everything above the fold.
One, yeah,
That's it.
like, yep.
Have a punchy something here. So that's how, yeah, I'll register. And then on the next page, they'll have more information.
The next page, yeah. So following the same authority amplifier lead magnet funnel, right?
Mm.
That lead magnet funnel is for anything you're doing free. It can be done for a registration funnel. It can be done for a webinar, a boot camp. Like if it's a free action, send them to a very clean, simple, no more than above the fold page kind of layout. Micro headline, sub headline, amazing image that sparks curiosity, but also is like, what's behind the door? Yeah, I need your email in order to see what's behind the door.
Okay, cool.
And then on that page, now you can deliver a powerful authority amplifier video, right? Like, oh my God, thank you so much for registering for this amazing Empower Me experience. It's going down April 1st to the 4th this year in 2025. And man, do we have some great speakers for you. Here's the top two I'm going to tell you have to be there for. If you don't come see anyone else, you got to come see these two folks. They're talking about this and this. And when you leave that talk, you're going to have this transformation. Wow. If you just stop there, that you're going to get your time worth. And the thing is this is a free event. So like, why not be there? Right? Cool. If you look down below, scroll on my screen, you're going to see all the info, all the speakers, all the great things we're going to talk about. And just so you know, this is the first step of really breaking through and understanding what it's like to navigate the emerging challenges as a leader, your career, and not sacrificing your time at home or your health and well-being. So, my name is Sabine. I'm the creator and host of this summit, and I'm excited to meet all of you there here on April 1st through the 4th. If you need anything from me, you can find me over on Instagram at this. I'd love if you want to send me a DM, connect beforehand. Send me the word summit so I know where you came from. And I'd be more than happy to send you something cool on the side, a special free gift. Wink, wink. Boom, that's the video. There's your script.
Send me the replay.
I will send you the replay so you can snag the script out of it, Sabine. But that is one, gatekeep the information, tell them what they're going to miss out on, but I want your email to get the information, and then a powerful video that speaks to your you could tell like I know I'm an actor to a degree. I can tell I can say the passion. I
Yeah.
know how to string those words together. And yes, it does take time to get there and it does take a lot of practice. But Sabine, like that's what the first video they see once they've accepted it. And if that doesn't get them there, right? Like now you just
Sabine,
follow
can
them up
you
with
put it
emails.
back up? Can you share your screen again?
Yeah.
And then yeah, of course, Will. Go have at it, Will.
Okay, so just supporting everything that Matt just said, the bold and underline are they're louder and stronger, and then 18 plus font is also the same. So it's when I see the top of your page, it's like two people talking at the same volume to me at the same time. So your free 4 day and the empower me lines, they're actually fighting each other for attention.
Yep.
That was that was
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
That's
great.
really all I had for you. I mean, everything
Awesome.
else Matt covered and it looks
Yeah,
good.
I'll revamp it now anyway. Okay, that's
Yeah.
really good. Very useful. Thank you so much, guys. I will hop off
Later, Sabine.
and
Get out
I
of
will
here.
see
Go have
you.
fun with Anik.
Yeah,
We'll see you next
thank
week.
you.
Great
All
to
right.
meet you. Take
Later.
care.
Thank you.
Bye. All right,
Bye.
Will, what questions do you have for me now that we have some time here? We got a couple more minutes to kill, but you got anything else for me for today, or do you feel
Let's
you got enough
see.
to worry about and work on?
Um, no, I think I'm good. I've got like this was good. I got some good stuff. I'll look for the replay and get the notes out of it. And then I just while we were while you were going over stuff, it gave me some ideas. Like one, my community name is Developing Titans, so I went and grabbed the domain for that, and then I have two other domains, one WSL and one WDL, and one is Web Sales Lab, Web Development Lab. And then so I went and got one GML and one GTI, one gamified marketing lab and gamified training lab.
Look at you, man. You're snagging up all the branding and just making sure you have everything to go with it. So when you start launching these products, you can customize it. I mean, people underestimate a customized domain and a subdomain to like like if you just see Skool or YouTube or what or Facebook group, like no, just customize the domain, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, four character domains are
The best.
they're the bomb because so I have this one thing going. It's you know, and so I got the web sales lab, the web
Yeah, I know my
development
digital
lab.
marketing mastery is it looks cool for people if they just click it, but if they were to write it in, it'd be a fucking nightmare because of the digital marketing mastery dot therealmatthewlopez.com. It's like freaking forever. But I know
Right.
like I need to figure that out and eventually. But that's why like with
Well,
my
just
app,
go get TRML.
yeah,
And if it's not available, one TRML.
yeah, I know. I know. I
Yeah.
will. Stay on me on that. If I don't get that by the next time we chat, like kick me in the butt. Because you're right. I do need to grab the acronyms and shorter versions of some of the stuff I'm doing, like DMM, digital marketing mastery. And if that's not available, one DMM.
Yeah, and you got to go get them right now because
You're going to
this
get
is
them if I don't.
recorded.
What?
This is recorded.
Yeah, I know. And you might go get them before me and then sell them back to me for like $1,000. You're one of those guys, huh, Will? You're gonna poach my
Lifetime
domains.
coaching.
You're
One
gonna poach
domain
my
for
domains,
lifetime.
Will.
What's that?
You're gonna poach my domains, Will.
Well, I'm already in Epic. Uh, I mean, I wouldn't charge you for them, but just go get
No,
them. Don't
I
waste
know,
time
I
because
know, I know. Domains are so cheap, right? So let me go to GoDaddy real quick. Let's see what the DMM is going for.
and you know what? You should you should look at Epic, EPIK. My domains are 1094 a year.
I'm sure DMM is going to be taken. Yeah, see, DMM is taken.
Do one DMM.
Yeah, I know.
How many, or like,
I can get
what,
one DMM. Yeah, for a
get
penny.
one DMM.
Yeah, I know. Or DMM one?
Well, either side works.
Trying to think. Digital MM. No, that's taken too.
Digital marketing mastery.
Yeah.
What
Um,
is there? Let's see. What's behind that domain? Oh, it's digital marketer. It's Ryan Dice.
yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah. Who's behind it?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I could get digitalmarketingmastery.com, the full build out.
Well, that's no, really?
I can get digital mark. Oh, I spelt it wrong. Dummy. Never mind. Can't get
That's what
that.
I was thinking because
I was gonna say I can get that.
I just went to digital marketing mastery and it went to digitalmarketer.com.
No, but I could get .co.
Yeah, you
.co's
don't
not.
want, you know why you don't
No,
want any other extension? Do you know
no,
why?
because it's not searchable or it's not like.
No, it's searchable. It's just that when you go to your the URL line and you're typing in, if I just typed in digital marketer, I could do control enter and it populates both ends.
Ah, I never know that.
So you didn't know that?
No, so that might be that's like a high level thing. I didn't know that. Hmm.
Yeah, so if you go to Google, you could just do Google control enter and it populates the HTTP and the .com. It
Oh, I spelled
populates the
Google. I
header and
spelled
the
Google
footer.
wrong, of course.
What's that?
I spelled Google wrong. I mean, yeah, it popped up, but it normally does that for me in Chrome anyways, right? Or when it's
No.
searching. Let me do an incognito.
Yeah, because if you don't put the .com, it takes your entry as a search request,
Oh,
not
so
a
if I just do
destination.
Google, not google.com. If I just do the
Right.
name Google, control enter, then it does it for you.
Yes.
Ah, so that means like if I wanted to type in something like branding Titans, control enter, it gives me the .com and the forward part, which
Yeah.
it's taking me to that right now. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
That's
the
kind of cool. Now, again, that makes sense. So if someone does that, then that's why you want the .com because that's what takes someone to the .com.
exactly.
Yeah, things I got to look into, but Will, I got to get out of here.
Okay.
I got to be like you. I need to go use the restroom before my next set of calls.
And that's
So,
recorded.
yeah, I will make sure this all gets copied, uploaded, and everybody gets the replay as soon as possible inside of Skool. Thank you for stopping by, Will. These are
You
our Tech
bet.
Savvy Tuesdays, man. So
Great
if you want to
morning.
invite people to the group, grab my affiliate link, share it because you get 50% for all the signups that come through, and
Woo-hoo.
they can get value. Go pimp it out.
In 6 months, I could buy a burger.
There you go. Hey, that's a burger on me for every 6 months. Let's go.
That's
Month
right.
after month, you'll get a burger every month. Your
That's right.
burgers are covered. Later, Will.
Awesome.
Take care.
Later.